Hello and welcome to On the Agenda, a semi-monthly podcast by the City of Reno that quickly updates you on actions taken at the most recent council meeting and checks in with various departments to keep you up to date with happenings within City Hall. I'm AJ from the City of Reno's communications team, and with me, as always, is Reno City Manager Jackie Bryant. Hello, Reno City Manager Jackie Bryant.
Hi, AJ.
Good morning. It's a little chilly out. It's starting to feel like fall.
Hallelujah.
I love it.
I know.
Oh, I can't wait.
I hate that heat.
So today, we're going to discuss two important initiatives, the North Valley's Corporation Yard and a support of affordable housing. But before we get into our main topic, let's review a couple of actions that were taken at the last council meeting. Here with that is Reno City Manager Jackie Bryant.
Yes, I'm super excited that the council approved a construction contract for the rehabilitation of the walking path at Canyon Creek, utilizing what we call CDBG funds. Those are federal funds that support community development, so that's going to be a nice improvement for folks. Also, council heard a request to change the land use and zoning for a 1 acre site near Plumas and Mount Rose Street, and they wanted to change it from a multifamily housing to a specific plan district. Council denied it. The plan didn't meet the qualifications, and we had a couple of other things which we're going to talk about today.
Awesome. Thank you, Jackie. We appreciate the updates. And if you want more on the highlights, check out reno.gov/news. During this week's meeting, council approved a couple of utility easements for the new North Valley's Corporation Yard, along with an approval of a fee reduction for a new affordable housing project. To help us better understand these topics, we are joined today by Travis Truhill, Director of Maintenance and Operations, and Elaine Wiseman, Housing Manager with the City of Reno. So let's start with Travis. This week, council approved a couple of utility easements for the construction of the new Corporation Yard, or the Corp Yard, in the North Valley. So tell us a little bit about what a Corporation Yard is.
Okay, so a Corporation Yard is typically a municipal facility that houses numerous operations within that facility. And so for the City of Reno, we have our Building Technical Services section, which oversees our buildings that the city owns. We have our Fleet Maintenance Division, which oversees all the city's vehicles, heavy duty, light duty, even the police vehicles. We have our Sewer and Storm Drain Maintenance team who deals with all the maintenance on our storm drain systems, our sewer collection system, our storm drain collection system, and lift stations. And then we also have our Streets Maintenance Division, which oversees all of city-owned roadways and then also the amenities that are within those roadways. So it's a pretty large facility. We have about 165 people in that one single Corp Yard facility.
That's a lot of people in that area.
We got a lot of people. It takes a lot of people to do the work that needs to be done here in Reno.
And you guys are basically, correct me if I'm wrong or way off on this, but I tried to explain it to somebody the other day, and you guys literally are the maintenance of everything. You fix all kinds of stuff. You fix City Hall, you fix facilities, like are the fleet when it breaks, like everything. The sewer drains, which I don't think people understand, like just how much you guys do that kind of goes unnoticed.
It does. We kind of like it that way. We kind of pride ourselves on the fact that if people don't notice us, hopefully everything's working fine.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Reno has a ton of infrastructure, and so it takes a lot of people to maintain it. It's costly to maintain.
Right.
But as my previous boss used to say, if it's worth owning, it's worth maintaining.
Oh, yeah, that's a good saying.
And it is, and we very much believe in that theory. One
thing I think people should know is it is 800 plus street surface miles that you have to maintain. Like
lane miles.
That is, explain the lane miles.
Yep. So the lane miles are, if you think of a roadway, you have at minimum, you usually have a one direction each way roadway, and that's one lane each side. So 2 lane miles per mile.
So the more lanes, the more miles.
The more lanes, the wider the road typically is, the more pavement that needs to be maintained, the more paint and pavement markings that need to be maintained on that roadway.
Yeah, the asphalt.
Yep.
The potholes, the sewer infrastructure,
Correct.
All of this. That is your team.
Yep.
Plus the plows, which everyone needs to be kind to the plow drivers.
Plow driving is stressful.
So tell us a little bit about the Corp Yard in the North Valleys and how that'll make a difference for residents.
Absolutely. We're super excited about this project. We really feel that it's going to achieve or help us get closer anyhow to achieving our strategic goals for just improving operational efficiencies throughout the city. The North Valleys is considerably further away than a lot of the other areas of town.
Right.
And the Corp Yard right now, the city's Corp Yard, is centrally located fairly close to downtown. So it can take us 30 minutes plus to get to areas we need to in the North Valleys. And then there's also the travel time back.
Right.
And depending on the projects we're working on, there's also needing to mobilize numerous pieces of equipment to that job site. So being able to put what we're calling a satellite facility, and really it's a scaled down version of our Corp Yard right now, up in the North Valleys, that satellite facility will allow us to get to the job sites faster, reduce fuel use, improve wear and tear that we see on the vehicles, and allow us during especially emergency operations or snowplow operations to be able to get the equipment where it's needed quicker.
Right, because North Valleys it's big out there, and there's a lot of things. There's a lot of roads, a lot of lane miles. Let's say it's a plow driver who gets the call and is a little closer to the North Valleys. They can just get out there in 5 minutes as opposed to 15, 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
Which is a lot in an emergency, too. Something breaks, sewer line goes down, or a lift station floods. Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we're really excited about it, and the whole team's excited about getting this built, and it's really... I'm hoping the people in the North Valleys are also equally excited about it, because we very much want to improve the services out there for them.
Oh, 100%. So this will be, it's in phases, right? So ultimately, a few years from now, it'll be done. What timeline are we thinking for full completion?
So full completion, unfortunately, is probably looking at around 2031.
But that doesn't mean that you can't use it beforehand, right?
That's exactly right. We expect to be able to complete the first phase of the construction here no later than 6 months from now.
Gotcha.
We're optimistic that we may be able to start staging equipment and materials needed for snowplow operations, hopefully by January-ish.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be great if it works out that way.
Oh, yeah. I feel like every year for the past few years, it's like that first weekend of January, it goes crazy with the snow.
Yes, it does.
That was very informative. I did not realize that was such a big need for your department. So this sounds great for you guys. It sounds like a win-win for everybody, for residents. Is there anything you want to let people know before we go?
Well, I think it's important to understand that we do have a lot of infrastructure. Not all the infrastructure that's in this vicinity is owned by the City of Reno.
Right.
So we maintain what's owned by the city. We don't have rights to touch Washoe County or NDOT infrastructure or private infrastructure. Even excluding Washoe and NDOT and private, we still have a lot of infrastructure in the city that has to be maintained.
Oh, yeah. Just from a social media side, we see sometimes people will say, hey, this area didn't get plowed. I'll ask where it's at. And more often than not, it is a different jurisdiction, which I think people would really love our website, because there you can find a plow route. You can find all kinds of stuff in parking lots, for example, not us.
Yeah, absolutely. We do very much hope that people use our website. And as you mentioned, you can now find your plow. You can look up your plow routes, see what type of priority roadway you're on. You have the ability to also, from the City of Reno website, turn in a service request. So if you are living on some of the lower priority roads and having problems, we encourage people to definitely use that feature, Reno Direct, use them to get us the work orders, and we will absolutely try to schedule in as possible. But our priorities are always to get the main roadways around hospitals, schools done first.
And that is with everything. If you see a pothole, you see something broke, you let us know.
Yep.
Travis, thank you so much for joining us today on the agenda. I'm sure we will have you on as it gets closer to plow season.
Look forward to it.
So let's switch topics a little bit. This week, Council also approved a fee waiver for a new affordable housing project known as Arrowleaf on Harvard. Elaine is going to tell us a little bit about that. So, Elaine, tell us about the projects.
I'm really excited about this project. I think, though, I say that about most affordable housing projects because I love affordable housing. But Arrowleaf on Harvard is an affordable housing project that will develop 168 units that will serve households at or below 60% AMI, which is area median income.
Okay.
The other thing I love about this project is its location. It's located at 975 Harvard Way, which is just north of Vassar Street. So almost at Harvard and Vassar, in the heart of the city of Reno. It's close to services, grocery stores, you name it, public transit. People will be able to get around and utilize services. So I'm really excited about that aspect of it as well.
So Elaine, tell us a little bit more about how an AMI translates into dollars earned on a monthly or annual basis so that people would understand whether or not they can qualify to live in this housing development.
AMI is area median income. So our AMI in Reno is different than it is in Sparks. Okay. So every area, it's very specific to an area. The average AMI in Reno for a family of 4 is about $100,000 a year. Okay. So for a 60% AMI for that same family of 4 would be roughly $60,000.
So if you make $60,000 a year or less, for a family of 4, you would qualify to move into this new development.
Correct.
And if you made $60,000 but you were a single individual, then that would not qualify you because the number would go down based on the number of people in the home. Is
Correct.
That right? Okay. That's helpful. Thank you.
Yes.
And the Reno Housing Authority has a full chart, a breakdown.
Yes, you can find it online on HUD's website, Reno Housing Authority, and I believe it might be on our reno.gov/housing website as well.
So how do fee reductions work, and why do they matter for the developer and the communities in general? Give us a little bit about that.
Right. So development fees such as building permits and sewer connection fees, they're a pretty significant cost when you're developing new construction. So they have to have these costs usually up front, and it just adds to the overall cost of the project.
Right.
So the more that the project costs, in order for this project to be viable, the rents go up. So when the city does something like reduce these fees through our program, it allows the developer to construct the project at a lower cost, therefore provide lower rents over the lifetime of the project, which is how you make affordable housing.
It helps ease the sting a little bit of what they're
Absolutely.
It sounds like a great way for the city council to support affordable housing projects. So can you tell us a little bit about other projects that the city has supported with waivers?
In the past 5 years, the city has helped bring almost 2,300 new affordable housing units through these programs. So this includes projects like the new Eddy House Transitional Living Community, Carville Park Senior Apartments, Marvel Way Long-Term Sober Living Complex, and Scott Manor, which is an affordable housing project for unhoused veterans in the Reno area. And these are just a few examples of some of the great projects that have been supported with this program.
So we often have projects to support veterans or seniors, but we only have one that supports young adults. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, yes. That's the Eddy House Transitional Living. They just had their ribbon cutting and grand opening, and what a phenomenal project. So it serves transitional aged youth, which by definition is youth age 18 to 24 that are homeless. The majority of them come out of foster care, right? No family, no support system. So the Eddy House has an emergency shelter. And after that, there was really nothing for these youth after emergency shelter. Now they have a full transitional living facility where they can move from emergency shelter into transitional living. They have their own apartment, their own bathroom, their own space, their own home for the first time in their lives, most of them. And they start out by paying a very small amount of rent. And then as they start working and getting on their feet, learning how to budget, all these life skills that they may have never learned, and eventually they move out.
So it does two things. One, most people don't understand that foster children, when they age out at 18, services just come to an abrupt halt.
Correct.
There's nothing. Many of those young adults would be homeless and be in our CARES campus.
Correct. So they say those transitional age youth, and it's been proven, those are our future adult homeless. And so by intervening at this age, hopefully we can get to a place where we have fewer and fewer homeless adults.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. So we have other ways of supporting affordable housing projects other than through the sewer and building fee waivers. Tell us a little bit about those programs.
Sure. There are several ways that we can support, whether it be through direct financial support, for example, through our home program, where we actually give funding to developers to develop affordable housing. We also have a volume cap program. We have purchase agreement value. We have letters of support, land trust donations, affordable housing trust fund. All of these things support affordable housing, just in different ways.
And those programs are all federal programs that we're allowed to facilitate?
Correct, federal and state.
And state of Nevada?
Yes.
Okay. Really great work. I'm just super proud about all that. Do you want to give us any more details around what the Reno City Council has been able to do in the last few years?
Well, council has also directed staff to provide support by speeding up the building permit review process so they can bring projects to the market faster. And I know this has helped significantly. It's really exciting. I get phone calls from developers. Hey, I put in this change request or something. All I do is call development services, and they're usually able to address it that day, where it would normally take a week or two. And so we just have fantastic staff here, fantastic council that really supports affordable housing. And so we're doing things and moving the mark.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what's coming in October?
I would love to. So October is Housing America Month. So we have an exciting announcement that's going to come out in a couple of days. And it's all about affordable housing, tracking affordable housing, and I'll just leave it at that. You'll have to tune in and stay tuned.
It sounds like City Council has been doing a lot to support affordable housing. There's all kinds of different things going on here, and we could talk about affordable housing for a long time, but this podcast, for time's sake, it's just quick little drive to work. So with that, we are out of time, Elaine. I'm so sorry. Is there anything else you want to make sure people know besides your little tease about Affordable Housing Month coming up?
Just check out our website on October 1st, reno.gov/housing.
I love it. Leave them in suspense.
Super exciting stuff coming.
Before we sign off, Reno City Manager Jackie Bryant, tell us a little bit about the next agenda for October 8th.
Yes, I'm also very excited about a donation for fencing for a new dog play area at Northwest Park. We're also going to get a technology grant for Reno Police Department and communications equipment for the Reno Fire Department. Council will also hear presentations including the findings from the 2025 City of Reno Community Survey. So that's always fun for us to understand and learn what our community thinks about how we're doing and what's important to them. And then finally, we'll have public feedback from the proposed 8% sewer user rate increase and sewer utility assistance program.
Awesome. Thank you for the updates. As always, if you want to learn more about our agendas or sign up for newsletters, check out reno.gov. It is all listed right there.